Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. The question is asking here, is it true, as you will find in some of the books of Seerah, now Umar radiallahu anh, before he became a Muslim, before he became al-Faruq, wanted to actually kill the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now, in front of us here we have the Kaaba. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to pray against this wall here. And the reason why is because this direction here is facing Sham. And that's where the Qibla used to be. And he used to like to have the Qibla between him and the direction that he's supposed to be facing, which is Sham that way. So he used to stand here, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And it's been narrated in the books of history that people like Abu Jahl, people like Abu Sufyan, people like Umar himself, they used to stand on the other sides of the Kaaba listening to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam while he used to recite and stand here. He used to come out the last third of the night as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded him, Ya muzammil qum al-layla illa qalila nisfahu wa unqus minhu qalila aw zid alayhi wa rattil al-Qur'ana tartila. The ayat from Surah Muzammil you can refer back to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands for him to stand during the night. He used to come in the depths of the night, Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he used to pray here in an audible voice. During the day he used to recite the Qur'an audibly. Now it's not far away and far-fetched for us to understand that the Nadia wasn't too far from here. And one of the reasons why we're saying that is that once Abu Jahl, he stood there where the miswak is. That's the corner where the black stone is. And he stood on the other side listening to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he swore, he said, Abalat and Uzza, if the Messenger, if Muhammad comes out and he recites the Quran like he normally does every day and night, I'm going to throw a rock on his head. I'm going to throw dust on his face. And he used to stand there. And this clearly shows us that the Nadia wasn't far away. And Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab, they used to listen to the Messenger of Allah. He used to stand here, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now, going back to our question, once Umar radiallahu anh, he says about himself that he was drunk. He used to drink alcohol radiallahu anh before he became a Muslim. And he was on the other side of the Kaaba listening to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What side it was, we don't know. And he was listening to the Quran being recited, and he said, this is the statement of a poet. This is so eloquent, but it's the statement of a poet. It's really nice, but it's a poet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then revealed, وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ شَاعِرٍ قَلِيلًا مَا تُؤْمِنُونَ. This is not the statement of a poet. And little do you believe. This is Surah Haqqa, you can refer back to it. So then Umar starts thinking to himself, this man, how does he know that I'm thinking this? How does he even know I'm here? He's a psychic. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals, وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ كَاهِنٍ. This is not the statement of a soothsayer, of a person who is psychic. قَلِيلًا مَا تَذَكَّرُونَ. And little do you remember. Umar radiallahu anhu, he said, when I heard that, that's when Iman first settled in my heart. Later on, we know that when he found out that his sister Fatima radiallahu anha became a Muslim, he wanted to go kill him, he was waving his sword, and that's when he became Muslim radiallahu anhu. The best book in this, I mean it's in Arabic, is the Manaqib by Ibn Jawzi, where he has a 2-volume book where he talks about the seerah of Umar. He gives a description of him and he talks about him in detail. But this is to answer the question. We've got a demonstration here in front of us how it was like with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam living amongst the Quraysh. They used to stand in different parts of the Kaaba listening to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam recite at the last third of the night. Imagine, they used to come out, they disbelieved in him, and they used to wake up last third of the night, get out of their homes, leave their families behind, and they used to come and listen to the recitation of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They used to do this day and night in this location right here. To answer the question, Umar radiallahu anh used to do the same, and he wanted to harm the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as he used to harm disbelievers, but it didn't benefit him. And then eventually he said that the recitation of the Quran actually just been pushed forward. So I'm going to just, what was I saying? He used to say radiallahu anh, that he didn't believe in him, and he used to try and harm the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as he used to harm the believers. But one day when he used to listen to the Quran being recited here, it settled in his heart. This is what he said about himself, radiallahu anh. And this is when Iman first entered. And when he found out that his sister had become Muslim, Fatima radiallahu anha, and he went to her house and the Quran is being recited and the Quran is being taught with Khabbab ibn Arat, he hit her in the face by accident, and he got his knife and he got his sword, and he said, let me go find Muhammad. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was actually not far away from here actually. This is Safa opposite. And the house of Dar al-Arqam was just on the other side, just there where the miswak is. So he went to that place, that location there, and he was waving his sword. Hamza radiallahu anhu said, let him in. If he wants peace, we'll give him peace. But if he wants a fight, we'll kill him with the sword that he is carrying. He enters into the house of Dar al-Arqam, and the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam hugs him, and he says, what do you want, O Umar? do you not know I made dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide one of the two men that are beloved, whether you or Abu Jahl, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives izzah to Islam? Umar says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu annaka Muhammad Rasulullah. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy worship except Allah, and that you are the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dar al-Arqam, Ibn Abi Arqam, that's located there. It roared in takbir. It roared in takbir. This is just a brief biography of the Islam of Umar radiallahu anhu, of Farouk radiallahu anhu. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes us even a fraction like him, and that He makes us with them in the akhirah. هذا والله أعلم. صلى الله عليه وسلم.